Well, at least it's got a little of a breeze because it's very muggy inside the house.
There's Sandy filming us while we're filming her,
Yep,
and it's kind of cool. So
I'm surprised.
she was hoping it was going to rain this morning.
I was hoping it was going to rain. I stayed up late
When
hoping it
I
was going to
called
rain.
her, she was like disappointed.
Yes, I was. Well, thankfully we got a little bit of a breeze
Little.
because it's muggy.
It is muggy. It's not hot, but it's muggy.
It's muggy.
But now we did our two, so
We're done.
we're.
And Kylie's all excited to be done, aren't you, Kylie?
She's like, good, we're at the end.
I went to bed late because I really thought we weren't walking this morning. I was going to be able to sleep in, so I can
She
see the
heard-
future.
And then she heard my melodious call.
I went, damn it all to hell.
No rain. 73.
But it feels like 90.
It does feel like that.
So, okay, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd. We do have birthdays today. Today is Carol Prosciutto, Praccito, Prosciutto. Carol, you knew I was going to mess up your name. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carol. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And it's also Valerie Romania. So Valerie gets a song also. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Valerie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, I'm going to be a nosy body here. I heard somebody outside my car, my house, with their door, with their car or whatever. But it's also, I know I get distracted, squirrel, is Dale and Sandy Hammerstein's 41st anniversary. I'm pretty sure it's their 41st. It's more than 40. It's at least 40, but I think it's their 41st. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, happy anniversary, Dale and Sandy. Hope you have a great one. Anyway. It's muggy. I should have the air on, but you see I got my door open. Because Jim will be home here pretty soon. And he's going to say, you don't have the air on. What's the deal? Why come you don't have the air on? I can't get comfortable. I love this chair, but I can't get comfortable. That's my shirt, the Fresh Coast, because I live in Michigan. I live off of Lake St. Clair, which is a very small little inland. It's not even an inland lake. I don't even know why it's not a great lake, but it's like you go down to Lake Huron and you go through the little canal, the St. Clair River, and then that connects to the Lake St. Clair, and then that connects to Lake Erie, which then connects to Lake Ontario, which I don't understand why Lake Ontario is considered one of our Great Lakes, because it's in Canada. So I don't know. But anyway. But I learned in school, Holmes, that's how you know what the Great Lakes are, the 5 Great Lakes. So if you're ever on a trivia question and they say, what are the 5 Great Lakes? It's Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior, Holmes. And there's our state. How does that work? I never know when you're looking at it. That's our state. I live right about right there. And then the Upper Peninsula looks like that. So we can do it on our hands. So we can say, well, you're going to go down here, you're going to go across to over here. Okay, this is where you go. Okay, I live right here, and if you shoot across to over here, right about in the middle, that's where Danielle Nicole lives. And then the prep whisperer lives a little bit down this way. And there's a couple other people. Sue Slims Down lives over here in Ohio, the Buckeyes, along with Sparkling Susan. But anyway, you know. Jim called me yesterday and he said from work, and he goes, what are they finding out about my truck? I need to find out about my truck. What's going on with my truck? And I said, well, what's the deal? He says, I can't stand your car. And I go, oh, I feel so bad. How are you getting to work tomorrow? Are you going to walk, or somebody going to pick you up? Because trust me, I'm without a car. You know what? You don't ever go anywhere with your car until you know you don't have a car. Because I could just sit home every day and I'd be fine. But I know I can't go anywhere now because I don't have a car. But I have a Ford Fusion, which is a smaller car. Jim's used to a big F-150 truck, so he's used to climbing into the truck. And Jim's a little overweight, so it's a little harder for him to go down to get into my car. And the seat is back as far as it'll go, and the steering wheel is up as high as it can go, but, you know, so Jim has a difficult time getting in and out of my car, whether he's the passenger, and he has more difficult when it's the driver. So anyway, he was complaining about my car, and so I called the insurance company to find out, because when we were in the accident, when he was in the accident on Friday, they told us to go to the, before 1 o'clock to get everything out of the truck and to take our license plate too, because they figured that since the airbag went off, it was going to be a total demolish. So we went there, and we got there before 1 o'clock. And then I called him yesterday. Oh, Sunday I got a text asking me to pick a bump shop. So I'm thinking, well, the appraiser must have thought it could be fixed. So I told him the name of the bump shop that I wanted it to go to. And then it's Aaron's brother that works there. Aaron is my son-in-law. It's his brother that works there. And so he called us like Monday night to say that the truck never came. So on Tuesday in the morning I called him, and he said, no, it's still not here. And then Jim called and says, where's my truck? So I called, and yeah, it's a good thing I called, because they had lost the paperwork and it was still sitting in the tow yard. So what it has to do is it has to go to the salvage yard first, and they said that the, excuse me, the adjuster that came out to look at it at the tow yard said that he thought it was going to be a total wreck. But they had to send it to the salvage yard so the salvage yard could make the determination. So they have to go there first. Now, if the insurance adjuster has to go there physically to see the truck, we won't know until Monday next week whether or not it's going to be totaled. But because of COVID-19, see, there are advantages to this shutdown, I guess. But because of that, they might do a virtual one, and then we should hear anything tomorrow or Friday. So we're waiting to see. And then we have leaned against, we've decided we're not gonna lease. We've decided we're not gonna lease. And so he was looking at used trucks. But this morning I was looking at this site, and they have brand new 2018 trucks. They only have 2 of them. That well, they have 3. One is black. Black is out. Jim has had a black truck since 1996. He said he refuses to get a black truck. The only way he'll have a black truck is if somebody buys it for him, and then he's going to turn around and sell it and buy it whatever color he wants, because he does not want another black truck. So that one's ruled out. But there's 2 white trucks that I saw, and one was $35,000, and one was $33,000, which to me is still even ridiculous. When we bought Jim's truck, we bought it used back in 2015. It's a 2010. I think we paid $26,000 for it when we bought it in 2015. So he was looking at used trucks, and he saw a couple of used trucks that he liked that were right around 31, 32. But they have like a lot of miles, not a lot of miles. So like they have, well, the one I think had 26,000 miles on it, and the other one had 15,000 miles. I'm thinking for a couple $1,000s more, we should just get the new truck with no mileage on it. And I'm pretty sure that Ford has the 0 interest, so, or if not really low interest, so maybe the payments wouldn't be that much higher than what we're paying right now. But I have to discuss that with Jim when he gets home. But the thing is, the drawback is it's white. I don't like a white truck, but Jim doesn't seem to mind, and it's going to be his vehicle, so why does it bother me which color it is? But we'll see. He was looking for a metallic blue that he really liked, or a red. He saw a red one he really liked, but the red one was like really ridiculous in price, and it was more sporty looking. I'm thinking, Jim, you're going to be 71 on your birthday. You know, that's like for a younger man. You're not, you know, but so anyway, then we got that playing on our mind and figuring out what we're going to do. And then I also wanted to thank everybody that sent me YouTube prayers and support, and also on my Facebook page for Daisy Duke, my daughter's dog. Here's a picture. She was a good dog. She was really a really good dog, a member of our family. And, you know, she would come over every once in a while, but she was always so funny because she would always be the first one to the door, just in case they weren't going to remember to bring her home. because she's like, you're nice to visit, but I don't plan on staying. So when she had to stay for those 4 days, she was lost. She was lost without him. And like I said, Sophia is the only dog Sophia's ever had, and ever since Sophia came home from the hospital, that dog was Sophia's protector. When you would come in the house and you wanted to pick up Sophia, you had to get past Daisy. You had to get Daisy's approval before you picked up Sophia, because she was like a very good protector of her. And then she slept with her at night, she'd go back and forth between Christy and Sophia. But towards the end, she was mostly sleeping with Sophia because she could get into Sophia's bed. Christy's got a high king-size bed, so it was hard for her to get into that bed. Christy would lift her up and put her into the bed, but and then she'd get tired and need to stretch, and she'd get up and walk, and then Christy'd be asleep and she couldn't get back in the bed, so she'd go, I'm going to sleep with Sophia. But she's definitely going to be missed. She's definitely going to be missed. And anyway, so, and then even with the stress, because even though Daisy wasn't my dog, my daughter and my granddaughter were hurting. And so when my family hurts, I hurt. And so when they're sad, I'm sad. And I did my share of crying, not on camera. Well, I did a little bit of crying on camera, but I did my share of crying because it's a family member, and I know how attached. And the thing we all said in my whole family is we don't want to be around Christy when Daisy finally goes, because Christy was attached at the hip. That dog went everywhere with Christy before she had Sophia. And then even when she had Sophia, she'd go with her a lot. But then as she got older and it was harder for her to get in and out of the car, she stopped going. But when Christy would come and visit, well, Christy still does, well, she doesn't now because of the pandemic, but she would visit every Sunday. And for many, many, many years, Daisy would come too, because she was just that good of a dog. So, but with all of the stress of everything yesterday, I am proud to say that I did follow my menu plan yesterday. I did stay within my points. The only difference, I told you that I was going to have a salad with some cottage cheese for my dinner. When I got time to make it, I just didn't feel like it. So instead I put in a slice of toast, and I had 2 hard-boiled eggs, and then I put some bacon in the microwave, and I had a grapefruit. So I still stayed within the points, because the cottage cheese was like 3 points, and the dressing was like another 3, so that was 6. And I had a piece of toast, which was 2, and then I had a Laughing Cow on top of it, so that was 1 point, so that was 3. And then the bacon was 3, so it was 6. So I pretty much stayed within. You know why? Because I didn't have the sugar-free pudding for dessert, because that would have been another 2 points. So I think I ended the day with like about 20 or 21 points. So yeah, I think I did pretty good. And then for breakfast this morning, I had some watermelon, a half of a cucumber, a hard-boiled egg, an ounce of American cheese, and a slice of toast with just a tiny little bit of butter and a cup of tea. I know that sounds like a lot. I probably should have took a picture of it, because trust me, I am cutting back a little bit on my food intake, because I know that even though it's 0 points, it's still got calories, and I've been like abusing my berries. I've been eating way too many about it. But this morning I really wasn't into my walk. I really wasn't feeling like walking. I really wasn't, because we were supposed to get storms all night. They were supposed to start hitting about 3 o'clock in the morning, and they were supposed to go till noon. So I thought, you know what, I don't have to go to bed early. So I went to bed about 2:30, 2:45, something like that. And then it never rained. And then Denise called me at 8:15. Are you ready to go for our walk? So I yeah, okay. And it was quite muggy, but there was a nice breeze. So it wasn't a bad walk. It was a hot walk. And I don't mind the heat. It's the humidity that kind of gets me. And then when I got home, there was this one plant that looked like it had a few weeds around it. And you know where I went from there? I went to there, to there, to there, to there. And I was outside for about an hour weeding and pulling off dead leaves off of my perennials that only bloom in the spring, and then they kind of die off before the summer flowers come in. But I got my exercise in, so and I don't think of that as exercise. I just think of that as something. Not that weeding is fun, but it got me outside, and I was able to keep active. And I'm just trying to eat a little bit more nourishing stuff and try to stay away from so much processed food, because I was kind of going back into like with my not just Belgrande going into the chips and stuff like that. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier, trying to avoid some of the process. It's kind of hard to completely avoid processed foods, but I'm trying to cut back as much as I can. And I have to realize it's a lifestyle. This is my lifestyle now. This is the way I'm going to eat the rest of my life. If I want an occasional Dorito or something, I'm going to have it. I really am. But I have to set my mind to getting to my goal, because it is a goal now, for my birthday, to at least reach my 100 pounds, but if not, to get to Wonderland, because I have a destination in sight, and it's like right within my grasp. And I'm tired of dilly-dallying around. I almost swore. I swear a lot, but I try to edit myself on the videos because I don't want to offend people. But people around me, it's like, when my kids were growing up, my father-in-law had said to Danny one time, he says, you know, have you ever heard your dad swear? And Danny goes, well, yeah, maybe a couple times I heard him say some bad words. And so he goes, oh, well, you know, sometimes daddies swear. That doesn't mean that they're bad. And he says, yeah, I know. And so then he says, well, I'm sure you've never heard your mother swear. And he says, well, I've only heard her swear a few thousand times. Because my kids grew up with a lot of words, because they knew a lot of words, but words that probably the little ones shouldn't know, but they knew it from me, because I always was told that I would put a sailor to shame. So I have quite the vocabulary. I know it's not something to be proud of, but yeah, I am pretty good. I'm very quick-witted. I know that, and not to brag, but that sometimes can be a fault, because sometimes, like, I can come across with a really quick-witted response to something that might be a little mean. And I don't like to be mean, but sometimes if somebody's mean to me, I mean back, and that's not really the Christian way to be. But that's, you know, I'm being perfectly honest. I am not one of these people that get home and go, geez, I should have said this, or geez, I wish I would have said that. No, I am one of these people that goes, oh, geez, I wish I wouldn't have said that, and geez, I wish I wouldn't have said that, because once they leave your mouth, you can't take them back. You can apologize, but you can't take it back. So I'm getting better as I get older. It's taken me a while, but as in all things in life, I got to stay consistent, and I'm going to stay consistent with eating my new way of eating right now. Well, next week is the 31st. I told you I was just going to take July off. Probably on August 3rd, because I don't show you my food on the weekends anyhow. I'll get back to showing you my new lifestyle that I'm eating, because I'm eating smaller meals. I'm eating 2 or 3, sometimes 4 smaller meals. And we'll see how the scale reacts to that on Saturday. But as anything, your body takes a couple minutes to catch up with you sometimes. And so if I don't have a loss this Saturday, I know for a fact the following week I will, because my body will be used to my new way of eating, and I just know it. Because I have to make the realization that the longer I stay heavy, the shorter my life is going to be. It's a fact of life. I mean, you can, and I've always said this, you can be the thinnest person in the world and still not be healthy. But it only stands to reason that if you're overweight and you're really heavy, you're not doing your organs or your joints or your bones or your muscles any favors. I have pretty good numbers when I go to the doctors, but I know that my joints and my muscles always say, you know, Sandy, why don't you lose a little bit more weight? So I'm just late in life, not too late, but later in life, I'm coming to the realization that my body is a temple, and I need to treat it a little bit better than I have been in the past. And I think I have been treating it a lot better in the last 3.5 years. And my intention is for the next 30. Somebody from Walt Disney, one of the Walt Disney people that works at Walt Disney, she just turned 110 today. There's hope for me yet. Look at Kirk Douglas was over 100. Rose Kennedy was over 100. There's a lot of people over 100. As long as I'm up and moving and getting around and all in my faculties, I'll be like the Energizer Bunny. I keep on going. Like the Timex watch. I'll take a licking, but keep on ticking. Okay. Babbled on for what? Almost 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, Sandy, shut up. You're going, I'm rattling on. So anyway, I'll keep you I'll keep you abreast breasts, as my family said, of what's going on with the truck and what's going on with everything in my life. And as always, stay safe out there. Please, please, wear your mask, wash your hands, be physically distant. Not socially, physically distant from other people. And before we know it, this will all be over. Think about it. It's been almost 6 months, because the first case was in January, but March is when we closed down. So it's been 4 months. Some ways it's gone fast, some ways it's gone slow, but we'll get through it. I know we will. So stay safe.